And then just like that, after 4 months, when we first arrived, I remember standing in this spot saying that we'd made it, and just like that, in the batter of an eyelid, it's time to leave. So we're going to go from Agadir, and over the course of the next week or so, we're going to make our way to the Sahara Desert, which is roughly 460, 470 miles away. So we're going to try and document it as much as we can. So I hope you enjoy the trip with us. So we've just arrived at our first stop. It was about a 55-minute drive away, a place called Guide Forest Kasbar. So we've got here, the gate's a bit tight, but he says the best pitch on here is up there. But he says the only way to get to it is to reverse up. So I'm absolutely bricking it. But hopefully, you know, a man of my driving calibre now, this should be all right. So I've got up about 15, 25 minutes ago. But if you can just look at how steep the incline is, I can smell clutch. It absolutely stinks. But I'll show you around properly in the morning. We've had a right busy day, so we're going to get an early night. I'll get up early doors and I'll show you around the Guide Forest Kasbar. This is the view from where we're parked though. And then we've got all this view all the way around. Looks menacing up there, that mosque. That'll be right loud, that, no doubt. But all in all, it's very, very nice. So I'm hoping that once it goes dark, because there should be hardly any light pollution, the stars should look amazing. And we'll see a little bit later, if not tomorrow. So this is just a quick insight into the journey that we're going to take. So we're going to head from Agadir and we're going to make our way eastwards for about 460 miles until we get to Mazuga in the Sahara Desert. So we're going to stop at Guide Forest Kasbar. We'll put the link for it for Search for Nights, Park for Night, I got them both mixed up then, down in the description below. I'll show you around the actual thing itself in a minute as well. But we've just come out for a walk before we set off early afternoon. I want to be back at wherever we're going next for 4 o'clock, because then that's when the Stoke game kicks off. But we've just come for a walk now, so you can see what's behind us and in front of us. It's one of those really weird times when it's like really quiet and you can't hear anything other than me. But you've got all these, it looks like the outer shell of a house or something on the inside. There's obviously a gate there to stop people going in, but that just makes me want to go in. I'm not sure what it is, and looks like olive trees. I'll show you, you'll have a better view than me. So I might see if there's a more tourist friendly entrance rather than we try and move the metal bit out of a mattress away from the door. I'll see in a bit. So whether these used to be little, because another one here, it looks like, not sure whether they're like field walls or whether they're old houses that were built. But this walk that we're going on outside of where we've stayed is about 2 kilometres. So I'm hoping that we're about, sorry babe, I'm hoping that we're about 1 kilometre into it now. It's cool, all these trees, and you wonder how on earth they can grow out here when there's so little moisture. But if you have a look how long the roots come down, 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 down into the ground. They must have to go so far deep to get to any sort of water. Goats, little baby goats. We think we may have seen a rat or a squirrel. And we've never seen any rats in Morocco, despite there being quite a bit of rubbish. And we think that's just because there's obviously so many cats and dogs and stuff like that. But I saw something run up against the side of a wall which looked distinctly rat-esque. But then Mum thought that she'd seen a squirrel. So we're currently trying to work out whether there's squirrels in the wilderness or whether there's rats in the wilderness. Or both. Baby goat. Bah! 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 It's just surreal to think that us three, from Stoke and Glasgow, and just strolling around the barrenness of Morocco always sort of makes me laugh to myself. Let's check this guy out. At the moment there's a little bit of vibration on the floor. He's fast asleep. Just experienced something that you don't experience very often. The buggy was still, and you could just hear absolutely nothing, like proper silence, and just the birds. Silence is one of the things that you really don't get to hear very often. It's always nice when you get the chance. So this is it from the outside. There's the gate. The gate is a bit tight on the way in, to be fair. It made me a bit anxious. But all the way up there, and there's the building there, and as you can see in the distance there's the motorhome. But we'll show you inside now. When we just got settled down, it'd gone dark and we locked up and just gone light. We heard this right peculiar noise outside and we didn't know that we had a visitor. You good donkey? You good donkey? So this is the view at the bottom. So electric pointer, there's 1 there, 2 there, 3 there, 4 there, and there's 1 up at the top. So quiet. I was worried about that mosque blasting out early doors, but it didn't seem to go off. It must be still building it. As you can see, it looks like there's loads of work going on. I think in a year or so this will look absolutely amazing. There's a ramp access up to the actual place itself. I'm assuming that's going to be a shower block and a toilet block there. It's all looking lovely landscaped, all up here. And bearing in mind, this is where I reversed up to. So you might not be able to see how steep it is yet, but this is me, a nervous driver, and reversed all the way up to the top. It gets quite steep here. And I managed to throw it in that space there. So I was quite chuffed with that. Bit of a waterfall outside. It's actually a mini pool, that is. Got steps down that side and then into the shower area. Toilet, shower, facilities to wash dishes, cot if you need it, and a few bits in here. But like I say, the shower's lovely and clean. The motorhome, and down these few steps here. See work going on down that way, and work going on down that way. It looks like they're putting a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money into it. So just before we set off, we're going to do a little bit of a packed lunch now. It's no secret that I absolutely love Morocco, but if I had one thing that I would say is sometimes for me, being a bit of a fussy eater, the food can be a bit, you get the same sort of thing all the time, which is partly my own fault, I understand that. So I'm going to show you one of the things that we've started eating quite a lot of, just to sort of try and mix it up a little bit. So what I'm currently doing is I've got some steak from the meat market. So I'm currently cutting up into little chunks. We're going to have some steak and hoisin and lettuce wraps. We might eat them before we go, or we might just wrap them up and eat them whilst we're on the drive. But I'll show you a little bit more as we go along. Like I say, it's really, really nice and just something a bit different. So that's that chopped up now. So that's just sizzling away in the frying pan. So I'm going to cook that through, and then I'm going to let Mum do the intricate work of cutting the lettuce and that. I cook the meat, she does the salad. It's just what we're best at, and I don't think she likes touching like bloody meat and stuff like that. So I'm already absolutely starved. I've had 1 bowl of cereal all day, and I don't think I'll be making it to a packed lunch. I think I'll be eat it as soon as it's cooked job. So here's the finished steak now. I'm just waiting for Mum to get back out of the shower so she can start making the wraps and putting the lettuce together. I cannot wait.
New visitor.
So this is the finished article. I can't wait. So we've just packed up now. We're going to go and say goodbye to the hosts, and then we are going to make our way onto our next stop. So let me just quickly show you around whilst I've got you. Here we go. This is the courtyard area here. Nice little infinity pool there, looking out into the distance. The water's semi-heated as well. Very, very pretty. And that's the next level where we're going to go now. So this is the view from the top. And then right on the very, very top, there's this here, which offers a panoramic view around the whole of the... There's a motorhome. But the whole panoramic view, it's amazing. Really enjoyed it here, but it's time to move on. So the plan now is we've got about an hour and a quarter to an hour and a half drive to the other side of Taroudant. So that was where we went before. It had the big walls and stuff like that. So we're going to go the other side there, the other side of there. Hopefully make it in time for the Stoke game. It's getting quite muggy now, which was in the forecast. To be fair, it's going to break through this cloud soon. So we'll try and film some of the decent roads driving on the way back out to Taroudant. See you soon. It's going to be windy out here, so I apologise about the noise, but we got here a few hours ago, so the reason why I just watched Stoke romp home to a victorious home win. So just getting the chairs out and then just seeing this. I'll show you now. I'm just about to set my chairs on fire.